Hello everyone, so this is the video for Precalc 2.1. Most of this information on here you guys already know, you just haven't seen it gathered together in one place. So you guys know what standard form looks like, you know what vertex form looks like. X-intercept form, not so much, you haven't seen it a lot. You saw it some in Algebra 2, but not extensively. Now, like you certainly saw this, and I know I worked with kids last year doing this, and I know you've been working with it this year doing it. So it should be something that you're comfortable with. This one, this column, you guys are going to use in section 2.2. You're not going to use it tonight for your homework in section 2.1, but I have it listed there so you have it. All right, so just focusing on these two. To find a vertex, when it's written in vertex form, remember that you're going to read it opposite and this the same. And then it's just the coordinate HK. To find the x-intercept, remember when you have a graph and you have something going along and you got these x-intercepts, what's true about all those x-intercepts is that the y value is 0. So if I go through this and let the y value be 0, I'd subtract the k, there it is, divide by a, there it is, take the square root to get rid of the square, so the plus and minus shows up, square root that thing, and then I have to add the h to the other side. So do you need to memorize this? I wouldn't say you need to memorize it, you just need to remember that when you find an x-intercept, y is 0, and then you solve for x. Your choice. You either just do it or you memorize this. To find a y-intercept, you just let x be 0. And by letting x be 0, this is exactly what's there. Okay? So you don't have to learn a new formula, you just have to remember x-intercept, what's 0, y-intercept, what's 0. Okay? So with that same information, going over here, to find an x-intercept, you let y be 0, and this is the quadratic formula. So the quadratic formula finds your x-intercepts. Now, you guys also could find x-intercepts by factoring. So that's something that we've been working on too. So you could factor rather than doing the quadratic formula. But how do I list that in a condensed form? Yeah, kind of tough. So that's the quadratic formula. It finds zeros and x-intercepts. Graphically, they're the same thing. Now, I need to bite my tongue a little bit on that. We'll talk more about zeros as we go. Okay? All right. Y-intercept, x is 0. So let me get rid of this. X is 0 when you have a y-intercept. So that goes away, and you're left with C. Pretty straightforward. So coming over here, I'm leaving this column for section 2.2. To find the vertex, take the opposite of B. So, positive 10 divided by twice a, 6. So that would be what, 5/3 as your x value. And I'll leave it to you guys to take this and fill it back in. I don't think you need me to take your time by filling it in, and that'll give you your y value. X-intercept, you do the quadratic formula on this, so it would be the opposite of B. So positive 10 plus or minus b squared, remember you're putting that in parentheses, otherwise it doesn't work, minus 4 times, that's a 4 times 3 times 8, all over twice a, so 6. Okay, remember that you need to simplify and reduce any radicals. I don't want to take up you guys' time, you know how to do this, I'll just leave it there. Y-intercept, x is 0, so your y-intercept is 8. So the vertex form, 5, 2, x-intercept, let y be 0, subtract the 2, divide by 3, take the square root, and notice right there, you guys, this thing's going to have an imaginary answer to this. I'm not even going to finish it, because if you look at the graph at 5, 2, 5 over 2 up, A is positive, so your parabola is opening up. You don't have any x-intercepts. That's why I'm starting to see that you're going to get an imaginary number for your x-intercept. When you get that, Your answer is that there are none. There are no x-intercepts. Okay? And don't continue and give an answer with I. No, there are none. Y-intercept. You're letting x be 0. So that would be 25 times 3 is 75 plus 2 is 77. Okay? That should be, there are other things you guys need to do this section, but I don't think I need to review them. So there you go. Go.